I was in a studio, I managed to find a studio in Iowa. And I said to myself when I got the job, I'm going to be here 2 years and learn as much as I can from people doing on-the-job stuff. They paid me $11,000 a year. And that was like more money than I'd ever seen in my life. But I loved it. I absorbed everything in those 2 years. That's really where my art education was. So from there I understood how to work with clients and kind of put a portfolio together, that sort of thing. When I left there, I said 2 years I'm going to start freelancing. I have to. I had to push myself out the door. I could have stayed, made a lot more money, had a car, 2.3 children, and a house, the whole thing, and I'd be in Iowa. No, I didn't want to do that. Because I was kind of headed in my head to New York. I didn't have much to go on for my portfolio. So I started doing pieces that looked like work that I wanted to get. And as I got some small work, then I would pick and choose which one of those needed to go in the tear sheet from that, whether there's a newspaper ad or something, and put that in the portfolio. So slowly, over about 5 years' time, I got a book that had mostly tear sheets in it. During that time, I was entering shows like crazy, not getting anything in. First time I entered the Society of Illustrators, I got no piece in. The next year I got one piece, second year I got 2 pieces, and I thought, hey, this is great. And in about 10 years, nothing for all that time. I kept entering constantly, and every year I entered more pieces. The portfolio was developing all that time, so it was 9 years into freelancing before I had the epiphany that I wasn't doing what I needed to do and wanted to do oil paint. 5 years before Richard called, and when we first got together, it was a good 3 years before that was rolling.
That's, by the way, that seems to be the classic number for an artist and a rep. First year is terrible. It just is. Unless you come out of the chute with a $20,000 job. But even if you do, when's the next one going to happen? You know, first year is usually terrible. Second year, you're kind of building. Third year, you got a breakthrough going. This is all if it works. And the fourth year, you're starting to really roll and potentially be a star.